So, it has been a little bit since I've been on here. I've had a bit of a family emergency that's been going on for 9 days. It's been super stressful, and with that, my Ehlers-Danlos has gotten kind of, I wouldn't say off track, but I needed to do something to, I needed to take action to kind of get a hold of it again. Basically, my joints from my shoulders, neck, back, lower back will just tighten up so much that I can literally touch any place from my shoulders all the way down to my lower back and it will hurt. And so with this added stress, I decided to go do acupuncture. I have heard great things about it, and my aunt does it. I also have psoriasis, which is an autoimmune skin. I don't want to say disease, but yeah, autoimmune. It's autoimmune, and my aunt has eczema, and they're basically the same thing. So she swears by acupuncture for her eczema. So I thought I might go and get a try for the pain in my shoulders, neck, all that. And I found a really great doctor. She got her education over in Indonesia, and my aunt said it's a good thing if they get their acupuncture education over on the eastern side, because here on the western side of the world, I guess there's a different take, and when you're on the eastern side of the world, you get a better idea of the culture, and I guess it's just better teaching. I've never been through it, so I can't tell you either way, but I found a great doctor. She did her education on the eastern side of the world, but then did more education on the western side, so she got the best of both worlds, and both her parents are acupuncturists from China. So, if you all are not familiar with Ehlers-Danlos, EDS, it's a connective tissue disorder. It is autoimmune, so obviously has to do with genetics. A lot of people are hypermobile. There are 6 different types of Ehlers-Danlos, by the way. The more serious types are the cardiovascular, and that's something that you would definitely have to get checked out by a cardiologist. Thankfully, I've seen a cardiologist. I've gotten all the tests done, and I do not have an issue with any of my aorta or anything like that. But I do have hypermobility, and that means my ball socket joints are very loose. That means my tendons and muscles and everything are super elastic, which I guess in turn makes them weak, causing pain. And then that pain turns into fatigue, and it's just a big cycle that goes around and around and around like a tornado. So basically, Ehlers-Danlos does not have a cure. I was seeing an Ehlers-Danlos specialist, but there's not really such thing as an Ehlers-Danlos doctor. You kind of go to a rheumatologist for arthritis. And I got diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos when I was 19. Yeah, I was 19. I'm 23 now. Essentially, I've had it my whole life. And basically, I've had chronic pain my whole life. I have had chronic fatigue and anxiety, panic, you name it, depression, everything that goes with Ehlers-Danlos. I got diagnosed by a hunch from another doctor. Basically, I had some severe TMJ, which is the temporomandibular joint. Yeah, I don't know if I said that right. But I had some severe TMJ causing headaches. I get migraines already, so that's something that I was genetically blessed with. And So the TMJ specialist kind of looked at me, and I was explaining my story, and he said, "Yeah, I want you to go to this doctor." He was actually right around the corner in DC, Washington, DC, and lo and behold, this doctor has Ehlers-Danlos, the hypermobility form. And basically, I went and got checked out. You have to be diagnosed by a geneticist, so I went and got diagnosed by a geneticist. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. So, after that, I kind of just started trying to manage my Ehlers-Danlos. And while I was in college, I had access to wonderful foods in the dining hall. Obviously, junk or healthy, you get to choose. I had access to gym. I had access to basically everything I needed to manage this disease well and prevent as much pain as I possibly could. As soon as I graduated from college, I started to get a little bit lazy, just because I had been through so much pain and so many surgeries, and I decided to take some time off from school. And at this moment, I don't really have a desire to go back for any reason. I did get my degree in psychology and was 21 credits away from a bachelor's in criminal justice. That's 21 really expensive credits away, so I didn't really pursue that. I actually came home, worked at Dick's Sporting Goods in the golf department, went back to my high school, started volunteering and helping with the golf team, and landed my dream job as a golf instructor at the golf course I grew up playing at. So that was pretty cool. So right now I'm a golf instructor. I am going in October to Pittsburgh to get my US Kids certification, so I'm really excited about that. Hopefully I can send a few kids to, I don't know, PGA school or the LPGA, PGA tournament. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm really excited to be able to teach kids anywhere from 4 years old all the way to 18 and sending them off to college. It's basically one of those things, if somebody asked me what my dream job was, I would definitely say wake up, go to the golf course every day. And I actually just discovered I love teaching, so that's something that's really fun. I would also really like to coach a college team. I created my college team, and the plan is right now, once our current coach gets really tired and sick of it, if he ever does, I hope to have the opportunity to coach it, since I put so much time and energy into making the team. So basically, back to what I was saying, I went and got acupuncture, and what ended up happening with that is I went and got it from my neck to my shoulders to my back, some in my knees. I do have some nerve pain in my knees. I don't know if that's anything anybody has in common with me. Alright, now I gotta readjust the lighting. Perfect. Alright. There we go. Okay. So anyway, went and got acupuncture. It was amazing, and it was the worst experience of my life, all in one. So I'll tell you what happened. Basically, I got the acupuncture. I want to say it was way more needles than dry needling. And they were in my hands, on the tops of my hands, my knees, just all down my back. And there were a few that went deeper, and the doctor said this one's going to go a bit deeper. I felt right in my ribs when it went in. I felt in the front, And I'm so used to pain, I thought that was kind of just how it went. So I kind of shrugged it off and was like, okay, on to the next one. And once I was done, I felt like $1,000,000. And I kind of still do. You're supposed to get your acupuncture once a week, but this week the doctor is on vacation, so I am going next week to get my second round. But most people, it takes a while to feel any change. However, with somebody in pain, gosh, I need a real camera. With somebody who has pain like I do, like my house, somebody who has pain like I do, I noticed right away. And so I touched every spot that I would usually get pain, my neck, shoulders, back, lower back, and there was no pain. I was so ecstatic. So then I get downstairs, and the office is literally just above the emergency room. I walk out the door, I breathe in the hot air, and then I get the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. No joke, I've had sinus surgery where they put like tubes in my nose and stitch them here. I don't know if that's TMI, but I couldn't breathe for a week, and like it was just so much pain. This sharp pain in my shoulder, my lung on the right side, my ribs, my back. I almost turned around and walked right into the emergency room. It was so much pain. But I thought, oh, well, you can be sore after your first round of acupuncture, especially tall, thin people are more prone to it. So I kind of just said, oh my gosh, holy crap, and then went to my car and couldn't even lift my right arm up the whole drive home. I got home, sat down, and just to breathe in was so painful. I felt like I had pneumonia, but I was not having trouble breathing itself. So my sister, who's a nurse, she kind of just said, look after it, make sure you don't have trouble breathing, because in that case you might have a lung injury. So here I am. Gosh, I think it's a week later, and I still have a little bit of soreness in my neck, but let me tell you, that was the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. But I felt and still feel so good that I'm going back for more acupuncture, and we're just not going to touch that area. Basically, the doctor thinks she hit a nerve that connects to the front of my body, and that might have been what I felt when I felt the one that went in a little deeper and brushed it off. On top of that, she put electrical stimulation, so that's probably why it hurt so bad. A lot of people would just be like, oh, I'm never doing that again, but I'm so desperate for help with this Ehlers-Danlos pain that I'm going to go back, and we're just going to be careful. I would not say, oh no, I'm not going to recommend acupuncture, because I feel great. I mean, with the exception of this pain, it's amazing after one treatment. And so I'm hoping to get a little bit more flexible, just because the hypermobility type people are super flexible, but I'm not one who can put their thumb backwards or anything like that. My fingers are all intact, and I'm really grateful for that. But I do have issues with my shoulders and them coming out of their sockets, as well as my hips, and then I've dislocated my ankles a few times. So there's different, I guess some cases are worse than others, so luckily I'm not as flexible as other people. But I just wanted to make a video, tell you guys about my insane acupuncture appointment that was amazing and awful all at the same time. And to let you guys know that if you're in pain and it's just killing you, if it's anxiety, if it's depression, if it's TMJ, if it's Ehlers-Danlos, just talk to me. I'll talk to you. I gotta fix this lighting, really. Somebody send me a camera. Because Lord knows I don't have enough money to go buy a camera. Well, it's just regular daylight. I don't know why it's being so crazy, but if you're just feeling like you're in the slumps and everything, you might want to tweet Allison Schmidt from USA Swimming. She does tweet back. I almost fell over onto the floor yesterday. She's kind of gone through a little bit of depression and everything, and she's totally fine talking about it. There's an interview that's about 30 minutes on YouTube with Allison Schmidt, and I literally finished watching it as she liked my tweet, which was just fate itself, I guess. And so I will see you party people later in a better lighting. Now it looks like my teeth are yellow, by the way. That's just the walls. The walls are yellow, so it gives off a yellow tint. Alright. I'll see you guys later.